103.5 KDAY Hip Hop back in the day. It's your girl CeCe in the studio with me, man. You know I love you. You know I respect you. You know KDAY always stands behind you. We're talking about Snoop Dogg in the studio. What's going on, Snoop?
What's really good? What's happening with you?
Cannot wait to see you on stage.
Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful night, man. This is the West Coast finest. You know, Cypress Hills, Ice Cube. Those are my big homeboys. They the ones who laid the foundation down. We, gonna put a show together to represent this real West Coast hip hop, and want all y'all to come on out and have a good time.
How did that show come about? Just because when we were like, damn, Ice Cube, Snoop, and Cypress Hill, that's huge.
Well, we all are friends. We all associated by affiliation. And we just felt like it was the right time, for us to get on stage and to do what we do. The young generation holding it down right now. They really representing what this West Coast music. And at the same time, it's time for the OGs to come back and do what we do, on the stage to show them how to, take their game to another level. So when they elevate to that stage and get that big concert, they'll know exactly what to do with it.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about Martha and Snoop's Potluck Dinner, second season. I'm excited for you. I actually want to try to sit in the audience one day. I just love the show. It's just so much fun, and I'm like, this is what you do. You go over there and you get paid to have fun.
Right.
How dope is that?
We cook, we laugh, we converse, it
doesn't look like work, but does it feel like work?
It's not work. It's so fun, and the food is good. We really get to eat. We really cook. So it's not like go to commercial break and somebody bring out some food. Now what you see is what we really getting, and we serve the audience. So I'd love to have you come down as a guest.
Yes.
To be a part.
Because I haven't seen. I was like, they need to put some Mexican food up there.
Oh, we got you. Don't worry.
I need some chilaquiles, some pico de gallo. I was like, they need that.
Keep watching.
Yes.
I've actually taught Martha a few tricks in the kitchen.
Really? What are one of the tricks you taught her?
You'd have to ask her.
Oh, man. Come on, a little something, Snoop.
No, I taught her how to make bacon, though, for real, though, because she didn't understand the dynamics of making bacon. Certain people, I'm not going to put a classification on what kind of people, but certain people, when they cook bacon, they do it like this, right?
Oh, don't make fun of me. I do that. That's me.
Then you probably going to burn the end of it. It's going to be half fat in the middle. It ain't going to be right. Me, this is what I do. Cut the whole pack.
Uh-huh. So it's curled up a little bit, too.
Boy, when that thing come out, it's little bitties, and they like...
See, now I got to do that.
You know what I'm talking about? That's the trick I showed Martha. She didn't understand in the beginning. She's like, what are you doing? And when I finished with it, she didn't even eat her bacon. She was already eating all mine.
See, I'm going to try that, because I do the one where I lace it, but my bacon comes out good.
Ever.
Oh, man. Now, before I jump into Make America Crip Again, I definitely want to talk about Never Left. I love, love, love that CD. It was funny. I was telling Frankie that when I was on the 110, I was bumping, and I felt like I was so hard. I was so gangster with it. It just made me feel a type of way. But it's available in vinyl right now, right, in the local record stores.
Right.
So,
Never Left was a record that I just felt like I had to do. It wasn't no pressure. Wasn't nobody asking me to do it. Wasn't no label or nothing. I just felt like I wanted to let everybody know that I had never left and I was gonna never leave. So I wanted to put some music together to represent that, and it was a project that just it felt good to me. A lot of times when you do music, it gotta feel good to you. You can't be driven by a label or driven by money. It's gotta be driven by a feeling in it, and this feeling I had was just to go and do it, and I did it.
Well, I mean, I could feel it too through the music and the lyrics. Like, I felt at one point like I was like, dang, he must be heated as he's rapping this. Like, I felt like it came from your core.
It did. It was like, so I guess you could say like an athlete, when they know that they getting towards the end of their career, but they still got good games left in them. Mm-hmm. And it's like, hold on, let me put on a 50-point performance tonight. I wanted to, do my thing and let them know I still got it.
Yep. And I love it. Smoking on a blunt with your temporary bitch.
Oh, you like that?
I love that. I kept rewinding it. I'm not even going to lie. Now let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Make America Crip Again, man. I'm telling you, everybody here was flossing them hats.
Right.
I love that.
It's a movement, man. I mean, we're not against what the president is for, but we're just for what we're for. Make America Great Again is slavery and water hoses and Doberman pinchers and German shepherds biting.
Speak on it.
Make America Crip Again is protecting the community, being there for each other, and having some sort of awareness and understanding law and understanding that we are a brotherhood, no matter what nationality you are, no matter what race you are.
And I love it, and I love the message because, especially with, the president, our president now, I felt like that album, like you were standing up for us. I felt like, yes, somebody standing up for us, somebody who has a bigger voice than we do is speaking on our behalf. It felt good, man.
Yeah, because he picking on a lot of my friends.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, and he picking on a lot of my personal friends too. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the Mexicans is my friends.
I know, because when I'm following you on Instagram, I'm like, he's listening to norteño music. He's listening to corridos.
They my friends. Like, I don't, like when you make music for as long as I've been making it, you get relationships and you get bonds with people. And you become a part of their family and they become a part of your family. And you like,
absolutely.
You know what? I understand y'all. He don't have no understanding because I don't believe he ever hung out with Mexicans or blacks or anybody other than what he hung out with. You understand? If you didn't have money or you wasn't on his level, he didn't hang out with you. And that's how he got down. So he don't understand the dynamics that people are people. You know what I'm saying? You can't classify me because of my color or because of this or that. Let me, perform for you to show you who I am first, and then you can assess who I am.
And I appreciate that. And I speak on behalf of Latinos. We appreciate that,
I got you.
We feel like a light has been shed a little bit on us.
I
know
got
what
you.
I mean?
I ain't afraid.
I definitely appreciate that. Let's talk, well, not being afraid. Let's talk about this because you ventured into something that I was like a little surprised about. A gospel album. Yeah. When My Words Are Few. Is that what it is? When My Words Are Few?
Yeah.
What made you want to dabble into that? I love that you did that, by the way.
Well, when actually I was just finishing up Never Left, and it was just all this negative energy was in the world. I was like, you know what, I always wanted to make a gospel song or a gospel, something surrounding with gospel, because I grew up in church. My mother raised me in church, and it was always, a part of my life. But I never could highlight that in my music. It would always be certain words. Dear God, I wonder, can you save me? I can't die. My boo-boo's about to have my baby. I would always highlight certain things where I would reflect that I did have a relationship
with God. Yeah,
exactly. But I could never have a whole project because no label would want to support a Snoop Dogg gospel record. They want to hear the gangster Snoop Dogg.
But I love the fact that you don't let anything pigeonhole you.
Yeah, so I did it on my own. What I did was I got with some musicians, some writers, some people that have been, basically kicked out of the church, sort of kind of like me. Mm-hmm. And we went and made a massive project called The Bible of Love. It has a movie. It has a play to it. BET is getting behind it. It's going to be...
When can we check that out?
It's going to be on their Super Bowl gospel weekend in February.
That's
like
huge.
I said, I'm just trying to put some great energy in the world. At the same time, my gangster side tends to overwhelm.
First of all, let's just say we're just gonna keep it 100. Before you even walked to the studio, we were talking about like Make America Crip Again, Never Left, and everybody at KDAY was like, "Man, we love the gangsta Snoop. We don't know why. Just your gangsta makes me feel gangsta." But I love also too that you have that side of Snoop, but then you have a side of Snoop that has that relationship with God just like we all do.
Right. Well, I'm grown now. When I was 19, 20, I didn't express so much the good side. Because, my era, we was always expressing the bad side. Because bad guys was the ones who won back then. Mm-hmm. So, we went along with the stigma, with the program. But as you get older, you have kids and you start to live and you understand life. Then you position yourself to say, well, what am I going to do with this power and this position that I have now? Am I going to maximize it or minimize it? And the way to maximize it is to talk my talk, but still educate through my talk. Because now it's more, you getting a lesson. Before, my music was just party music. I didn't really try to teach you nothing. I was
just trying to have a good time.
We trying to get high, we partying, we doing what we do. We living, we enjoying life, and we not going to die, we going to live. So then it went from that to, let me put a couple of seeds in here. Let me give you some information. Because I got information now, and I'm not selfish. I like to pass it on.
As you should.
And I see that the seeds that I planted, we like to say that I'm a seed that was planted by NWA and Ice-T and the East Coast rappers that came out before I had a chance to do it. So my seeds, or our seeds, are the Kendrick Lamars, the Wiz Khalifas, the young generations of rappers who, aspire to be what we were and look up to us and treat us with respect because we are the plants. We seeded them. We gave them the direction on what they're supposed to do. So we have to water them right to make sure that they grow properly.
And you have to probably understand and realize that advice coming from you is different from somebody else. So they're more apt to listen to you. They're more apt to pay attention to the gems that you're dropping.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy is that people didn't want advice from me back in the days. Like, they wanted me out. Like, the game didn't want me in the game at all. Like, as far as the industry and the politicians and the...
Isn't it weird how now it's turned around?
But it was just, even back then, I watched myself on videos and footage. I would break them down with, why y'all talking about me instead of talking to me?
Absolutely, yeah.
That was my main gripe. Like, y'all doing all this talking on TV. What's happening, cuz? Come holler at me. Like, I'm not, my mother raised me right. If you come at me with respect, I'm going to give you respect. Perfect example was a man named Roland Martin. He works on BET. He got a show, the Roland Martin Show. And he didn't like a couple of things that I said. And he expressed that. And I expressed back what I felt. So somebody that knew me and knew him got us together. And we talked like grown men. And had a great understanding. And the next time I seen him was in New Orleans at the Essence Festival.
And it was cool, all
and
good.
I was performing with Master P. So after the show, I was backstage, and they brought him back there. So now they was like, a lot of people didn't know what was happening. Like, is he cool? I said, man, if you don't bring my uncle in here, and we brought him in. We took pictures, hung out, and chopped it up, and it was based off of that conversation that we had, as opposed to talking at him. He was talking to me.
And then you guys can form a mutual understanding.
I understood what he was saying. Like,
yeah.
Teach me, brother. Don't bash me on. See, when you on TV talking about the Snoop Dogg shouldn't have did this and da-da-da, now you know I'm going to come back and wear your ass out.
They don't know. You from Long Beach. Come on.
Man, I'm going to get you, man. All my friends going to get you.
I heard that. You know what? I'm really excited, though, that you're going to be performing at the Apollo.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
You know about
Christmas,
that?
Yes. Going down Thursday, December 14th.
Look, what Boys to Men.
Isn't that's huge?
I couldn't, look, let me tell you. First of all, when I walked out with him, I was so starstruck. I forgot all my words. Then I was like, okay, this is Boys to Men. I got to step my game.
Wait a minute. Boys to Men, they made you starstruck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We belong together.
Yes.
Them.
I know. But you're Snoop. You know what I'm saying?
Them.
That's crazy.
They was out before me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Me?
Yes.
Come on now.
I know.
I keep everything in order. All in order.
That's how we were when 112 walked in. We were like,
Hello.
112.
Now.
Yes.
Peaches and cream.
Come on.
Cupid. Man,
that was
please.
it. We had a blast.
Man, please.
We had Fabulous in the studio last week, and he said that his favorite West Coast rapper was Snoop Dogg.
Man, Fab is a true pioneer for always breaking down the stereotypes. He came and got Nate Dogg. He did a song with E40. He was like the one that was like, he was that East Coast rapper that would go get him.
Yep.
He wouldn't just stay in his lane.
He talked about that.
He would go get him, and that made us respect him more, that he even knew who the homies was, and he made bomb records with them. You know what I'm saying? So Fab has always been a top dog in my book, always.
It was funny because I asked him, I was like, were you a little hesitant at first because of the whole East Coast, West Coast? He said, a little, but he was like, but I knew what it was.
He was with DJ Clue too, right?
Uh-huh.
So Clue had the plug because Clue was our guy, you know what I'm saying, which he was in Jay-Z's circle, and Jay-Z always had that West Coast love, so that was an extension. I want to give a shout out to all of the rappers and the people who love bridging the gap and doing things different and associating with people they're not supposed to associate with.
Because that's what makes it so beautiful, especially the hip-hop culture. It goes among everything, you know what I mean? I definitely want to go ahead and take this moment to plug in Snooper Market, because I didn't even know you had that.
Yeah.
So when we found that out through Jasmine,
Yeah.
and we were looking at it, and I was like, yo, we got to talk about this. They got to start going to this site. This is dope.
It's the Snooper Market. I wanted to provide a place where you could just get all Snoop product. My dream is to have a Snooper Market store that you can walk in.
Oh my God, Snoopy, yes, do it.
Yeah, but for the time being, we're just gonna go with the website because it's more accessible for everybody to get their hands on, no matter what part of the world you in. But I eventually want to be like the 99-cent store in every hood near you, because I see whoever own a 99-cent store got cake. Cuz I want to Google Cuz P. Cuz probably a billionaire. Cuz they everywhere.
Me too.
Man, they be open all night.
They got name brand stuff in there too.
But he just the 99. He like, I'm just 99 cent store, nigga.
Living like a king.
Beverly Hills on the corner of Wilshire, 99 cent store.
I go in there and get some stuff. Stuff from the grocery store. I keep real gangster.
Okay, yeah, I know about it.
That's why we love you, Percy.
When I had my bachelor apartment, that was my favorite spot because they never mess with me in there. I go in that aisle, they be like, hey, what's up? What's happening? Don't mess with me. Leave me alone.
Are you? They're probably like, dang, Snoopy coming to the 99 cent
if I go into Ralph's or they be on me in them big name stores, but the 99 cent, man, I got a whole
because the hood understands. You know what I'm saying? The hood gets it.
They respect gang.
They sure do. Hey, listen, really quick though. So Joker's Wild, I'm excited about that. I have Joker's Wild KDAY edition that I want to play with you.
Oh, you do?
I sure do. And I got something. So this is going to be enough said, right?
Okay.
So this is me. So you got to think of me.
Okay.
Cameraman, bundle of money, enough said.
Guap City, baby.
There it is. Ding. Okay, who got Mo? Who got Mo surgeries done? Kim Kardashian or Caitlyn Jenner?
Wow. Wow. I'm going to have to say Kim Kardashian because Bruce Jenner only got one so far.
Congratulations! He won on that one. Kim Kardashian, 9 surgeries.
Wow.
Yes, and Caitlyn Jenner actually got 6.
Damn.
Okay, so gangsters
because he had to get rid of his thing.
Gangsters of history. Here we go. He was the right-hand man of the Harlem gangster Bumpy and was most notoriously known for selling blue magic.
Man, I got an interview with him when he got out of the penitentiary. Me and him, we sat up and chopped it up for about 2 hours. He was in a wheelchair. It goes by the name of Frank Lucas, baby.
There it is. Yes. Okay, so and here's this one. Black don't crack. Which one is old Tyra, new Tyra?
That is new Tyra. That is old Tyra.
New Tyra, old Tyra.
What?
Black don't crack.
Damn.
It looks good. Now this one we're doing KDAY edition Pimpin' Puzzles.
Will do. Bars. Eminem.
Chocolate M&Ms.
Chocolate M&Ms. That what that is? That's gangster. What chocolate M&M with no nuts?
Bad.
Yes, y'all.
Hey, I was curious, and this is just my personal question. You and B Real are going to be there. Are you guys going to perform Vato?
Vato, you won't believe what I saw. Oh, that song hard.
It's hard. That's what I'm saying.
I was chilling right around my way.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, that was the.
That's the idea right there.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I was like, I would love to see that.
Thank you for giving me that. I'm gonna go and make that happen.
There it is, right there.
I needed that. I forgot about that record. That shit is hard.
It is.
Especially when it start off a cappella. Then the beat come up. Boom. But seen is what's soft. Dog, run this ball.
And can you just imagine like beats just walking out? That would be hard.
Okay, yeah.
All right, cool. We just put it there. It got done right now on camera, everybody. You saw that. Yeah.
It's in the Thunderbird right now.
Is it really? Yeah. Oh, man. There it is. I appreciate that.
I had OG Kid Frost in the video driving me around as the getaway driver. That's how OG I was with the Latinos. I was in with all of them. And then I had Edward James.
You had Edward James
close it out.
Yes.
And said it's about time.
That's right.
Did you see the message?
Mm-hmm.
The message is about time.
Brown and
man.
I'm telling you, black and brown all day long.
Come on, man. I've been doing this, man.
Hey, so listen, really quick before you dip, I just want to ask you, and I want you to speak on it, Snoop, and I will walk away from it. KDAY, I love this station. I love this brand more than anything in the world. Not more than Guap. Guap City. But I really do love this brand, and I think that we protect this era of hip hop.
Right.
With the Snoops and the Cubes and the B Reals and the Fabulous and the Jada Kiss.
Right.
You know, how important is it to have this around? They don't have a lot of stations like this across the United States. And this is the first hip hop station in the world.
Right.
So I want you to speak on the importance of KDAY to LA.
Well, KDAY is the foundation of LA. You know, it started off 1580 AM. You know, we wasn't even FM. We was AM, and you know, certain areas we couldn't even get it. We had to listen real good and put that coat hanger into the radio, and you understand me, all that to get it together, man. Listening to the Skateland USA, World on Wheels, Uncle Jam's Army, like they the foundation. Eazy-E's first record, Ice-T's first record, like they the foundation of what West Coast rap was built on. You know, Toddy T, Mixmaster Spade, all of the records that got their first breath of fresh air was on the radio station 1580 KDAY, because KDAY was the home of hip-hop when hip-hop was in the beginning, when it was birthed. And when it was birthed, it wasn't accepted. It wasn't accepted by regular radio. So this was a radio station that was like a pirate radio station that eventually became the biggest radio station in Los Angeles because it was hip and hip-hop was growing. So for it to maintain for all of those years and stay true to what it's been, it's necessary. It's like a monument. It's like a statue. It's like something that has to stay here. It can't go nowhere. It can't change the format. It can't try to go and be hip and try to do what's now. Do what made y'all. Stay true to what you do.
There it is. Well spoken by Snoop Dogg himself. It's your girl CeCe. It's 935 KDAY. We out.